Best of one on Villa. Same as our previous two matches. It is going to go the full distance as a competitive match would go. First to 7 will win. But an important caveat, we don't have draws and we don't have the possibility of overtime.
Yep, so we have to have a definite winner here on Villa inside of regulation. Excuse me, we're going to have a max amount of rounds of, I believe, 13. So Jackal banned out, Monty banned out as well, so some good starting bans here, especially for Villa. Monty, an operator that a lot of people despise just because he's very difficult to deal with unless you're very coordinated about it. Air Force also getting rid of Maestro.
Maestro, apparently a favorite of Mad Dog, as he's not happy about that one. You guys can't see it right now, but we're just gonna get some info for the chat. And then our final ban is gonna be Echo as well. So that means you've got quite a few dangerous operators left in the pool on the defensive side. The most notable one would be Mira out of that. Thankfully, Mira is not amazingly useful on this map. It's more of a site situational sort of thing. And even then, some of the current meta strategies for her oftentimes don't really work that well, so.
Yeah, it's actually funny how often she gets banned out now, but then when she is available, you sometimes just don't even see her played because people don't have strats for her anymore. You know, she's just so good that she has all of a sudden gotten bad.
And this will be one example of that.
Yeah, there you go. So you're not going to see too much of her on Villa. There's certain instances where she can be useful, but most of the time, she's just not. So we are going to still stick around with Vigil. We saw a lot of Vigil play over the last 2 games. Tara going to stick onto the Mozzie as well. The person to look forward to seeing, though, will be Demand on the Jaeger. And we're going for it again, folks.
They went right for it this time.
Going right for it. Going straight for the throat. Got to start off early here.
Let's see, they're going to be on Trophy Stature, I believe, too, to start things out here. That would indeed be the case. So let's see where that gun is going to end up at. McQ bringing it in this time here. Over on the Army side of things. Didn't get a chance to bring it out on their previous match, so gonna have to try and one-up the Air Force a little bit.
Well, where's this LMG going to go? That's the real question, because you gotta put it in the proper instance in order to even try to get a kill here.
I'm gonna guess instead that he puts it back of Astro, but nope, not a bad spot.
Okay, he's gonna watch bedroom door with it. That's kind of dangerous, a little bit. He is going to have that half-wall-esque arch in front of him, so he doesn't have to worry too much about incoming fire. They have to hit him practically in the torso and nowhere else. You can't really leg shot him or anything like that. And as we saw last time, McQ2 is pretty quick with it when it comes to reaction time, so he can definitely win out those gunfights.
It's BZ in the meantime, who's going to be one of our first Air Force players out on the field. We'll start to, I believe, harass this astronomy window real quick. Try and start getting some intel for the Air Force going, and hopefully map control will follow it up in about a minute or so here. As the Air Force takes their time with their droning, or really taking any control upstairs. You do have single dads quickly clearing up the first floor, though. He's already moved his way through. I believe he started in mud, so he's cleared about half the map on the first floor here with his teammates potentially doing the rest of it just from their drones.
Lesion, a very prominent operator on the defense with those goo mines that are invisible practically to the human eye, but when you have an electronics detector like IQ does, they're pretty easy to dispatch. Those are marked by that sensor, and then you're able to shoot them with the pistol that you have access to when you have that electronics detector out. So you guys saw her just perform her duty right there, but quite a bit of wasted time here for the Air Forces. We're actually going to have BC full send it into Astro, and McQ2 with the Tachanka with an early kill. Mad Dog helps along the line as well. Single dads falls, and all of a sudden it's Army with a 5-man advantage.
Lime on his way up here as well with a nice find on Mad Dog. Eliminates him, but the Army trades it right back as Demand jumps into the fight on Jaeger to find a pick on Kodak, who was just moving up red stairs. Down to just the Thermite along with a Nomad now for the Air Force here. Why Lime? Gonna have to try and move in with the Nomad. We'll see if they can get any sort of control. Problem is, though, that Goo Mine is gonna act as a signal for Demand. Gets an easy kill on that one, and Taro finishes things off. Army claims round number 1.
Army is not messing around, and I just noticed something, Blue. One of our Army players actually has a Blackbeard tattoo on his forearm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's cool. Really resident of, or remnant of Zeronic.
Yeah, I was about to mention Zeronic, actually.
He's got it on his hand.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's got like a full Valkyrie tattoo as well on one of his sleeves.
There's so many people that are Blackbeard mains. You guys need to stop it. What are you doing?
I mean, he's a good operator.
You need to stop it.
I don't
What
play
are
him
you
that
doing?
much. I only play him when the going gets rough, you know? If it's like 1-3 or something like
I
that.
cannot put any respect on the name of a Blackbeard main, and that comes from an Ash main.
It's like you're going to lose anyway. Why not? Like,
Ash Jaeger gang. You know what it's all about, all right? We're all about having no brain and having all aim.
I don't believe in like these like banned operators that are like, you know, like banned quote unquote operators.
Well, I mean, no, they're not. It's just like when you see
It's like BM to play.
Yeah,
it
it is.
Right?
You know,
I don't subscribe to that. I'm here to win.
Yeah, you sound. That's what everyone says when they play Blitz too. They're just like,
okay, I don't go that far.
You didn't want to play. Yeah, exactly. You don't subscribe to that idea, but I say
mainly because I can't actually kill anything with that hip fire.
I look, I have been destroyed by Blitz players before, but I cannot play a shield to save my life. I just can't do it.
I can't do that hip fire. Like, same with I'm the same thing. I'm gonna miss every single shot.
The ADS time is so garbage.
yeah.
It's terrible. Terrible. All right, guys, we are just getting back in as we're doing our best to try and fill here as we had a little bit of a tech pause, but we're getting things fixed, and we're already back into the 6-pick. They're just making sure that the lobby will launch. After that, McHugh 2, 6-picking away from the Vigil over to the Ela, an operator that we haven't seen too much of in recent history because of her nerfs, but she's starting to come back a little bit. People liking those Gurjmont mines just because they make your gunfights so dang easy.
He's going to fulfill relatively the same role here, though, within that operator as the one that he was 6-picked from, so not much of a change in that department. Still take up positions, aggro positions this is, kind of be one of the first players to take fights here. It's going to be over in Aviation Games again. Army did come very close. Or excuse me, Army did win out, I should say, back over on Trophy, which was their first strike instead of Aviation and Games, excuse me. So now Air Force will have to go for the attack on this one, and hopefully they'll have better luck this time getting the control. The thing is, though, is the large majority of the action that did transpire happened near the Aviation and Games site, so for the most part, Air Force is going to be running through the same steps they ran through in the previous round here.
All right, well, Phantom not going to be adjusting where that Valk cam landed. Instead, he's like, hey, stick it to the table, move on with my day. Looking for a couple other creative areas. This is an angle that we saw utilized yesterday in one of the Villa games that you and I casted. So a creative way to, hold down main stairs. You can actually see the bottom of the staircase. And if you have someone play main, helps out quite a lot. Drone's now coming into the main master bedroom here. Kodak and the rest of the squad on the offense pour in. They do have some Valkyrie cams to help them out, as well as Dog waiting inside of Astronomy.
For Kodak, moment looking for anything that he can take out with those electronics detector. Fortunately, wasn't able to detect that goo mine, so he's going to end up running into it. It'll take a small amount of damage. Not really in a dangerous position at the moment, so it's easy to put that. Whoa, Mad Dog looking at the feet right there. Ends up getting taken out by Kodak on a random push. That doesn't go that well. The member of the Army that gets timed out.
Oh, Villa, a very complicated map to clear properly, and as you can see, the Air Force not having the best time with it right now. Jihui a pre-fire for good measure down the Astronomy stairs. Kodak moving in through Trophy Room. Pretty standard take so far for the Air Force on this map. Just a standard north to south clear. Get those drones going, get some information gaming, and most importantly, find demand, because this man has been running amok of every single team that has sat down across from him. Cannot allow him to continue this. With Jackal off the field, it's going to be a lot more difficult to keep a beat on him as well. Could always pick over to the Dokkaebi or some other kind of utility in order to help you deal with this roam game.
On the queue, who is trying to, I hear that drone too. Trying to figure out where exactly it's rolling in.
It's into the right, it's on red.
Yeah, it's not going to go past him just yet.
Oh, McHugh too. This is where that Scorpion is so very dangerous. Phantom with the pre-fire, bringing up the Toby eye tracker. Sees one in the hallway, thinks he can peek out. He's actually been down. Kodak trades out with Demand, but doesn't take the fall for it. Nitro Cell comes out. He might end up getting the kill for that anyways. McHugh 2 on the other end takes down one, but traded out immediately by BZ. Kodak still down. It's only McHugh 2. He has to win these out. Sprint puts the gun away by accident, pulls it up just in time to do quite a bit of damage to the Maverick. Rotates through Study, sees one, Has the placement, but it's going to be prone angle for Kodak. Still can't win it. McQ2 reads him like a book. Plant will be secured over inside of games. 90 control still locked in.
You needing to read into bar, and he won't notice it. So BZ finishes off the round for the Air Force as they pick up the trade, finding round number 2 in their favor, and now locking us at a 1-1 scoreline.
Slow goings by both teams here. Again, Villa, a very complex map, probably the most difficult one that we have currently inside of the map pool for Rome Clear and the like, just because there's so much square footing to this map. It's actually insane how large it is. You have that entire basement section, mid-floor, and the trophy statuary site on one end of the map, and then you still have an entire other segment that's the living room as well as the second standard site.
I think it's the biggest comp map right now.
Yeah, it is the biggest comp map.
Yeah, there's a couple maps that might come close, but...
Bank is not bigger because Bank has like that whole open area above lobby.
Yeah. I would say maybe like Cafe, maybe the closest?
Cafe is stacked on top of each other, so I really feel like it doesn't beat it out.
Yeah, but that's a whole part of this game, though. I feel like you have to consider that.
Yeah, but have you been in the basement of Villa?
Yeah, that's true. That
it
is. Yeah. I forgot about the basement.
Expensive.
Yeah. The basement's like cheating on this map. We count that. All right, fair point. Fair point.
You could literally make the basement its own map. Like,
yeah.
It's so big. So big.
All right, fair point. So, let's take a look now and see what the lineup is going to be here for the Air Force in the next round. Army still sticking with this site. Again, although they managed to win out the first round, they come relatively close even towards the end of things here on round number 2, but fall just short. So, not able to bring out that clutch in the 1v2 situation, but they think that they can do it on the second run around. So let's see if that's going to be true or not.
It's a pretty good take by Air Force prioritizing 90, which is something we talk about quite often on this map. That 90 hallway, you have long and short on either side of it. It's an area you'll want to try and hold on to. It's the entire backbone of the site. Once you have control of that, you have free reign to cut off rotations and what have you from that power position. One other place you really got to worry about is study, but it's not as important unless you want to try and go for the walls, which is a pretty standard thing as well. So it just depends on what the team's play style is, obviously. McQ2 going to be on the roam game once again. Keep your eye on the Bandit as well. It's the man that's been running amok of everybody.
So that's what's thrown up here. He's getting a good amount of intel off that. Finds the position of both of the Mozzie along with the Mute, although either one of those can change positions on the turn of a dime, so it's not going to be actionable intel by the time they manage to get into the site with it. That's the real problem with the drone play right there. But at least they have a little bit of know-how now.
Yeah, Army not too... right over the head. Phantom re-peeks, takes down Kodak. After McQ2 already picked up one downstairs, so the Ash and the IQ already dispatched. Only 3 remaining members for Air Force. Army well and far ahead, peeks it again. Can he continue on? He gets stunned, but it's not going to full blind him. Takes down single Dads. I don't believe that they are ready for this peak. BZ, quite a bit of damage done to him. This M59, he could breathe on him, and it downs him. He can't pick it up. He actually misses that second shot. A triple kill for him as he just continues to swing the door. Y-Line player remaining member gets in the fight with the Bandit, I do believe. Quite a bit of damage. Dell pre-fires through, takes it quite a bit of damage on the Phantom as well, but nothing fatal just yet except a headshot as the rotate finally comes through Study.
Army's going to take control of this one and in flawless fashion as well. Definitely a much better cleanup for what we saw on the previous round where Air Force was able to take such solid control away from them due to kind of just rerunning a lot of what they did on round number 1. That time, not nearly the case, and we see a much, much cleaner affair from the Army. Now they have a chance to make it 3-1 here, too, as they get to roll back over to Trophy and Statuary, where they really were able to take control back in round number 1. Let's see, though, if the Air Force has learned their lesson from that past event.
Roam game so far has been working out pretty dang well for Army. They made a pretty good stance on the site last round, though. Phantom in particular, head pointing that. A little bit of over-peeking into Study, but hey, sometimes that stuff works out for you, because apparently no one thought he was going to do it again until the very last moment when somebody had just a little bit too low of HP in order to take yet another fight with that shotgun. So, rolling around into round 4, Air Force might want to play a little bit tighter knit when it comes to this. Oh, we're going to have an extended hold here by the Army. So full horizontal hold of the upstairs as reinforcements go down inside of Aviation and Games. Going to assume that they are going to reinforce 90 as well. Yep, there is going to be a panel on Gun Vault. So this is going to be all hands on deck for Air Force. They're going to need a lot of information to make this take work because there's probably going to be a lot of adjustment needed. It's either going to be, hey, we go for a full take inside of Master and just try and go straight to site as quickly as possible, or go for the full roam clear.
Yeah, looking pretty similar to what we had on the setup from the Army back in round number 1 right now. So, is it broken? Don't fix it. They're going to try the same thing yet again here. Kodak going to actually work on first floor control first. These steps directly above the basement. Ooh, good spot to drone here too, as long as he doesn't get picked off due to that close proximity to the window. He notices though, almost actually has the Jaeger accidentally run into him, but not going to happen there. Kodak, however, will still scare the Jaeger away and further into the basement for a later fight.
Well, McQ2 already abandoned ship as he rotates upstairs. Wants to try and play out his life as long as possible. Probably a good idea for your roam game. Want to try and waste as much time. You already think that you're downstairs, rotate somewhere else, maybe get a free pick, or try and waste even more time if it is possible. Chewy's making her way up the staircase right now. Actually, no, she's outside on the balcony, rotates back in. A little bit of damage dealt to her now. She was just rappelling up the side of the building near the red staircase. McQ2 is actually on red stairs. Mad Dog still all the way off in study, so still focused on that long hold here. Taro with the first kill into Kodak. That's going to be the Ash player. Taro all the way downstairs as well.
Army holding on strong at this point. A lot of intel also being given again to Air Force. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be able to use it, though. They've had intel and good drone capabilities for the past couple of rounds here. The problem has been following it up in the execute itself. Oh, nice trick coming in there from Demand. He's able to deny the breach of the wall. C4 tossed over as well as they try to get one pickup with the Nitro Cell, but it's not going to work. Taro finding a nice little angle there after a second of spraying is going to be able to take out Y-Lime. And that's another one down for the Air Force, down to only their Twitch and Thatcher at this point in order to work their way in and scratch that, just the Thatcher now. Let's see what BZ has to offer us here in the 1v2.
Well, Taro had a drone, droned out BZ, then I know he's near Astrology. But he rotates back in through bathroom towards Master. So Dog, obviously on the Legion, those goo mines are going to help him out quite a bit. BZ does still have 2 EMP grenades, so we're going to just drop those to mask his movement. Should help him out quite a bit inside of these gunfights. First one goes down, it's going to get eaten up by an ADS though. Making sure that no one can possibly rotate in behind him, looking for the secondary goo mine. Finally finds it. Oh, remembers that there's an ADS, switches away from the EMP quickly enough to not have it thrown. Nice shots, but it's going to be a double swing from the Army, and Mad Dog with the kill.
The Army continues to hold on, continues to carry a strong foot forward here on the defensive side of Villa, looking ever more likely that they might just be able to sweep this final. That's not what we want. I want the Air Force to get into this too, so let's see what they're going to be able to bring to it. Here's the other issue that's going to start to pop up for the Army. For the first time, they've been stretched a little bit too thin here on their defensive sites. Finally, for the first time, both of the upstairs sites are locked, so now they've got to go downstairs into kitchen, it's seen by their choice. So a little bit of a different play style needs to be used by the Air Force, but it should also be a little bit easier to get access this time. We'll see if that holds true over the next few minutes here.
Yep, Dining Kitchen will be the site for the defense, as they've had a pretty good showing so far. Air Force just cannot find the pieces to the puzzle. Or they have the pieces, but they really haven't put the puzzle together, I guess is a better way to say that. Because right now it seems just very slow goings for them so far. Just need a little bit of a better roam clear to start things off, because Demand and the rest of the squad have really been walking away with things. Specifically Taro. Currently top fragging right now. Had a pretty good roam game that last round with the Mozzie. We saw him downstairs in kitchen, doing quite a bit of work.
Setup nearly complete here though for the Army guys. And that is going to mean that we'll have Air Force out onto the field in just a second. 2 here. Setup though, quite a bit of presence upstairs, quite like it's been saying in the pre-round. Quite a bit that Air Force is going to have to be paying attention to. That'll be a huge part of this round, whether they're going to be able to stretch themselves thin enough to be able to take care of that without losing it and any resulting trades that may happen. They're trying to get aggressive upstairs.
Well, as you were just talking about, top hold. Rocking the Mute Mozzie combos they have for the last couple rounds, but it seems like it might be a full-on force here from the Air Force. Up through Pantry, but they already had a goo mine on it, so Army recognizing out early on that, hey, that we have somebody on our pantry staircase, and it's going to be Kodak. You only have 2 mines early on, but as the time continues on down, you continue to get more goo mines. You can see the meter continues to go up and up and up on that Legion, and Mad Dog continues to go up and up in kills as Kodak tries to rush in through pantry, but to no avail.
It's not going to work out there. Yline will move upstairs here and group up with the Twitch as they're going to try and move in and take master bedroom control. Then swing into the site from that point forward. 2 minutes left here. Well, again, just so much work the Air Force going to have to find themselves doing. Army, in the meantime, while picking up yet another kill. McHugh, too, on the other side of the map, over towards the front entrance, finds himself a pick. Brings the Air Force down to 3. Single Dads is going to run into a goo mine, and he does have the Legion, but he wins the fight. Thought for sure it would have been a dead man at the hands of Phantom there, but he can't win it out.
Single Dads always win it out, John. You got to remember that. Quick fire back and forth, but it's going to be the trade game, and Mad Dog brings it out on top for the Army. Air Force knocked down to just 1 lone man. It's Beezy, so there can only be 1 man with a headband on the stage, and it seems like he's the man for the job right now. Needs to make his presence known somewhere with a pick, but it's slow going so far. Minute and 15 seconds on the clock, plenty of time, could possibly redrone. Also has EMP grenades still inside of his pocket. Looking for those Legion mines because once again, longer Mad Dog stays alive, the more potent he is. Demand waiting with open arms, and he gets it. Army with round 5.
Army scoreline looking a lot like their opening match right now versus the Navy. This is a dominant performance coming off of that defensive side. The cheers coming in for them now too, for the crowd. They're getting closer and closer. Look, they're even cheering it on from up on the stage too. Army really feeling it right now as they get closer and closer to a win here. Most importantly, closer to the end of this half. This is their final round on the defensive side.
All right, well, a little bit of a shift in lineup here for the offense. Single Dads on the Thatcher this time around instead of the Twitch. This is going to be our last round before switching sides, and actually this is a good quote that I heard yesterday that we ended up getting from Slash that Parker had said, which is 5-1 on Villa, not the worst split in the world. Like, the game can obviously still continue on, but it's that mental reset that you have to have because you know, hey, we're going into defense, it's Villa, it's heavily defender-sided, you just have to work with what you got. But when you look up at that number and go, okay, it's 5-1, that's where things start to get very troubling.
So the Air Force time to pick up the slack and find some round wins here. Already managed to pick up 1 for themselves. Now it's time to see if they can get a little bit more going. Obviously, we're going to see Aviation Games get locked down pretty tight here. So it'll be just as challenging as it's been the other few times they've attempted it. Operator lineup for the Air Force looking pretty similar here too, so not much change up in that department. They are bringing a Maverick to the table though, which I don't believe we had that previously. So we do still have some changes they're looking to put into shape. Hopefully finally net them another attacking round just at the end of the half.
All right, well, starting defense for Army. Not too much of a line change for them. Still have the regular operators that they have been running. Still running the Mute Mozzie combo, as always. Seems to be a favorite of them on this map. Why not? Take as much of that drone economy as you can from the offense. Kodak working his way in here. The rest of the Air Force still lying in wait. Need to do just a little bit better on this drone game, but as we just mentioned, it's very difficult to do that with how many obstacles there are in the way. It seems that they want to work on the mid floor here since they've had such a trouble with working out these roamers. They have 2 entries stacked on top of each other. It's going to be the Zofia and the Ash, but they do have the angle upstairs. You currently see Demand playing towards main stairs. Drones lying in wait. Tar with a very nice angle, rips Kodak off rip. It's going to be the opening frag, which Army's had a majority of the time.
The Air Force still keeping themselves together for the time being. Gotta be very careful with that top-down play, though. Army nearly was able to get themselves a second kill just a few seconds ago because they were walking into those angles. The Air Force almost a little too scared at this point, though. And with a minute and a half left, they've got a lot of work to do. And a lot of the emphasis for this is going to be on Beezy, who will fail. McHugh takes him down upon trying to push up red stairs. this becomes a very one-dimensional push now as a result of that death. You only have the study plate. Now the good news is they were successfully able to get the wall open. We didn't have any tricking coming out from the Bandit on the Army side, or if there was, it didn't work out. But we still have the massive numbers advantage ultimately, and that's what the Army is leveraging now. Just picking up a Nitro Cell kill, gonna go for a second one, although thrown just a tad too far to the backside here. Overwhelmed a second later here as well. Phantom will find himself dead on the ground. Jihui moving in, that'll be a second kill for her on the round as she takes out Demand, one of the highlights for the Army. But look at this, Mad Dog trying to flank, but he's got a Claymore in his way. No longer though, takes care of it, pushes forward, looking for the shutdown. Taro comes in for it, he finds the first, they find that second Claymore, they don't immediately claim the kill though. Jihui trying to go down fighting, will eventually be taken out by McHugh, and that will be another round for the Army.
All right, well, we're switching sides now as the Army runs up 5 rounds on the defensive half. But as we told you, that's just kind of how Villa goes. So Air Force still inside of this fight to see if they have what it takes to run it back on this defensive side. The only issue is now is that they have one chance for a mistake. If they make that mistake, then it's going to be match point for the Army, and that's where you can't have any more slip-ups. Kodak going to jump over to the Jaeger. That's the guy that was playing Ash the entire time on the offensive side.
So just a couple of seconds left here to see if anybody wants to go for a 6-pick. So you now switch sides, seeing if anybody wants to throw any curveballs into this match, but not looking like it. All 10 lock into their original pick. And we'll get into the round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Doc going to be picked up by Single Dads, who's had a pretty good showing throughout both of the series so far. Minola packed near the top, and she's going to be the exact same here, but obviously, since that defense of the Army was so strong, they have quite a few more kills. Air Force looking to bring it back. Plenty of trap operators. That seems to be his favorite of a lot of these teams inside of the military branch battle, is those trap ops. We've got Ella, as well as we've got Legion. Well, those two, fantastic at slowing down an extremely aggressive offense. And what we saw from the Army, they definitely like to be aggressive.
Left before insertion.
So just a couple seconds left as you heard the announcer say. We've got Army coming out onto the table in just a few seconds here.
Attackers must
There they
locate
are.
and defuse
Army
the
out.
bomb.
Just 2 rounds is all they need on this attacking side, and the branch battle goes to them. We'll bring our Tobii Eye Tracker up for the opening seconds of this round right now on Single Dads. That blue bubble you're seeing, we did not just start playing Osu while this game is going on. That is his eyes. That's where he's looking on the screen. So keep an eye on that. It's really interesting to watch this, you know. You see them checking things like the timer, the overlays towards the top side of the screen, and you can get a good idea as to what players might have been thinking in certain situations.
Promise you this is not Japanese Guitar Hero.
Yes.
I promise. I promise. Some very cool technology, though. I could never explain to you how it works. It just amazes me that they can actually track your eyes even with glasses on. Like the man has glasses on right now. It's crazy that they have the ability to do that, and it works so dang well. Drones rotating in now for Army to clear out the top floor. Demand working his way into Astronomy. He rotates over through Statuary now. There's no presence towards this side of the map. The Air Force seems to play a much more passive defense and really just holds the things that are necessary, like 90 as well as Study.
Man starting to wrap around. Eyes in the crosshair the whole time, not getting distracted. Gonna continue to move down. Let his teammates start to take control of 90. McHugh spots someone. Definitely has an idea that he has one around the corner, but still ends up on the losing end of the duel. Doesn't die, but nearly did, going down to just about 5 to 10 HP.
Frag grenade pouring in now. McHugh too, as you said, plenty of damage dealt to him. Second one primed and ready for Demand. Oh, it's gonna be a stun grenade, but Demand gets Kodak anyways. Doesn't really matter. That's gonna be a Jaeger. Kind of a funny thing when those do happen. No ADSs to save his life. So now Army has full control of 90. Demand shifting his sights apparently towards the other balcony. Single Dads equalizes, and Jihui to add on.
He's gonna be able to find that one. Taro moving in as well, gets a nice cutoff. Finds Jihui trying to transition into a different position. And that's evened it up once again into another 3v3. Remember, Army did lose partial control of their diffuser, which is what they're going back now to claim. It's going to be picked up by Mad Dog as he completes that rotate around on 90. No one on the Air Force there to remain on that and hold control of it. So now he'll regroup with Taro, and with some drone assistance, actually, after they take care of this barbed wire. Oh, unfortunately, ADS is going to stop him from taking care of the barbed wire. They'll start to move into this site and finally commit with about 30 seconds left. There's the first stun charge. Here they go.
Well, no utility to try and stop him except for the Toxic Bays, so those are going to be placed wrong. Charles going to rip the head off a single Daz Demand, holding the opposite angle, peeks in towards Gunvolt. Legion going to be lying in wait. It's Ling. Can't do enough damage and lets the diffuser go down. Now they're into the post plan. Air Force only having 2 remaining members. Army with 3 up and control of 90. It's going to be extremely difficult to try and rotate now as everything is down to crunch time. BZ looking to stick, but no. It's just going to be a bait, trying to get people to peek in. Y-Line wins out the first fight, BZ wins out the second. Oh, it's all down to Demand, gets 1, it's going to be into the double. It's Ling though, challenges in, it's going to be the pre-fire, but Army with round 7, and that's going to be match point as they find their first offensive round.
Man coming out big once again here. Hasn't been the single highlight this time as much as he was in the first map. You've got some of the other players like Taro really stepping it up right now as well, but in that performance there, clutches out the 1v2, gives the Army a very important round as it's going to put them up on match point as well as the entire tournament point here as well. Army only 1 more round away from winning today's branch battle.
All right, well, a lot of Army fans in the crowd apparently, and here comes the meme train, folks. It's Dokkaebi, Glaz, Fuse, Capitao, and Gridlock. Oh, wait, I lied. It is the sneaky girl. It is Nook.
See, just waiting on that to get locked in, and there it is. Nook confirmed. So
Nook will knock.
And we'll see if anyone will answer.
Attackers need to locate and
I love you
defuse
for
as
that.
many
I
bombs
appreciate
as they
that.
can.
That was good. That was good. All right, well, we're going to have the 2 invisible operators play against each other. Nook has a lot more redacted information about her as opposed to Vigil, though. You know everything about Vigil. You know, like, nothing about Nook.
Yeah.
At all. You don't know what she looks like. The only way that you know that she's a girl is because of her voice. That's it.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Wait, is that true? They're not.
If you go to her bio in game, everything is redacted. It just has black lines and says redacted. Redacted.
I knew that most of it was. I thought they might have like at least had the sex like not like that, but
I think it is also redacted, but obviously
5 seconds
it's female.
left.
You never know.
Hey, there you go. It's kind of. Well, they also came out and said, yeah, it's a girl.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, they confirmed it.
Yeah. So no, I'm not just spitballing here. I promise you, would not do that. But so far for Air Force, pretty set in stone defense. Demand going to take quite a bit of damage, but it is Glass. You're supposed to play back and play with a sniper rifle and not get shot, so doesn't have to worry about that too much. Oh no, Phantom, bottom right. Is it going to bag any kills? He's looking for the Jaeger. He gets nothing.
Army going to start moving in towards front door here. We'll see them move in to take control over the next few seconds. Only a start, really only a staging ground for these guys. What? Just what? I've never seen that happen before.
Is this the part where I tell you that stun grenades do 5 damage?
I knew that.
Okay.
I've still never seen that happen before.
That's a yikes. I don't.
So
Wow.
Army will accidentally kill one of their teammates by knocking them in the head with a flashbang. Rest
All
of the team,
these smokes. They don't have a Glass. Taros might get this plant. Impact's coming in. It's actually going to be 1, but no, more explosives pour in. Nitro Cell finally claims Taro. Phantom picks it up, but he's not going to have enough smoke cover, and the entire squad's there to shut him down. McQ2 on a long rotation all the way through benches, and it's going to be quickly dispatched. Air Force find their first defensive round.
interesting strategy from the Army that time, but not really the way I think they hoped it would have panned out, especially after that team kill.
Could you imagine throwing something at your friend and then he just dies?
Especially if it's like the most important player on the team at that point too. It's like, hey, we're about to throw like 6 smokes.
No, I'm just
into
saying
the
like
site.
overall, like you're just playing like dodgeball. You like throw the ball at your friend, it hits him, he just keels over. It's like, oh, well, okay,
It's new.
yeah, that's not supposed to happen, folks.
Guess I'm going to the principal's office.
This was not in the simulations.
All right, guys. Still match point here for the Army. They've got 4 rounds to work with. Taro is going to have some real fun this time if he sticks with it. Single Dads also, after what we just had in the last round.
What a smart 6-pick.
He's not taking any chances on flashbangs or whatever have you getting thrown at him. So he's going to bring the Warden into play with those smart glasses to just block out the utility.
Yeah, gotta deal with that. Gonna have to deal with that. And Since Warden has recently gotten a little bit lighter, he's a 2 armor 2 speed instead of a 3 armor what he used to be, has a lot more freedom of movement, and it'll definitely help him out against people like Taro, who are more than likely going to be his direct combatant, since obviously Blitz has a massive stun grenade taped to his shield that he gets to activate whenever he wants. It does have a cooldown timer that's been extended recently, but if you guys need to know anything about Warden, it's that none of that matters when it comes to him. He has special glasses that makes it to where he is not affected by stun grenades, very similar to Ying, if you know how she works.
Also allows him to see through smoke.
Yes. He is the glass of defense, but he can move through it while he has them on as well.
He's got the ability to move, but it's time limited. That's the other key thing, whereas glasses just works whenever you use it. So we got the team that are going to be swinging in quickly on the study. We have moved over towards Trophy and Statuary in case you missed the site swap from the last round. So there shouldn't be much of a threat to these guys as they move in, but they're going to be safe anyway. Taro leads the charge with the shield, and the rest of the team is going to be following just a couple steps behind. I think they're all together on this too. They've got one person off on their own, but I believe that's it. Taro is going to get stimmed. He's coming in. Stops for a second here outside of Trophy. Does also spot a player. No one is watching this. So Taro runs right up and finds a free kill onto Lime. Single Dad is going to be the next to fall at the hands of McHugh, but Kodak and Jihui trade those kills out. Mad Dog, though, helping out Taro a little bit here, is going to find the frag on Beezy as it rappels down into the site to help out.
Man reads it like a book, knows coming bathroom. Jihui takes down Mad Dog finally. Taro not very much HP. You can shoot this man's hitbox while his shield is in front of him. You just got to shoot him in the shoulders. Taro going for the plant now. No one there to try and stop. No Nitro Cell in the hands of Jihui either, so the plant will be confirmed. Down into the 2v2, and this is where things are going to get dicey. Air Force not very much HP, and when it comes to an SMG-11 and a shield, you're not going to have a good time. Pouring frag grenades in to try and waste time now is Demand. He's doing a pretty bang-up job of it. Going to take a long angle. He sees one move across, dances right on the tail, but no, it's going to be Kodak to win it out. Now a very low HP Taro on Blitz. It's a very loud op. Even when he is crouched, you can hear that metal move from anywhere. They got to get on this diffuser now. Does he know that they're there? He can't see the side angle from here. Oh no, can he find it? He can't! And Kodak's gonna defuse. Air Force stays alive.
So a miscalculation from our Blitz leads to another round going into the hands of the Air Force. They withstand, they pull off the retake, and they stay in this fight for at least one more round. Teammates not happy about Taro after that one, but it's all right. I mean, there's always the next round.
Kind of threw it, but that's okay. Like, you know, it happens.
I only called him out in all chat a few seconds ago.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, his teammates only kind of told him that he sucked. But that's fine.
It's like, Taro, no more fun picks for you.
Yeah,
you have to play serious.
You go back to Gridlock where you belong. Oh man. Well, Army still trying to shut things out, but the issue is now is that Air Force has to complete the site triangle blue. So where do they go? Do they go living room or dining? Well, they're probably going dining, and that's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be dining room kitchen. That's a site that is a favorite of a lot of teams when it comes to these third site choices. It's usually not your favorite, but it's one you got to get past.
Yep, it's usually one that you just gotta get over more than anything at the end of the day. So oftentimes when it's come to this map, some teams have still been pretty good at kitchen and defending this one.
Yeah, we actually had some teams yesterday that were first picking this.
Yeah, I forget which one it was, but yeah, one team did start on this.
I want to say it was Dark Zero. That's what I want to say off rep.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I also woke up at like 6:30 this morning, so that could completely be false. So
yeah.
10 seconds left.
We're both on that train right now.
We're riding it together. It's all good.
5 seconds remaining.
So we've got the Army spawning out here in just a second. Their third match point to try and close this one down. And we will see if they can get the job done finally. Obviously been having a bit of fun these last couple of rounds too. This time, judging from the operator lineup, things look a bit more serious about ending it here and ending it now.
Oh, they're going for the rush again. Sophia downstairs with the drone in front of her. Mad Dog. Rotating up the back stairs here. This is going to drop him right in front of the kitchen door to his left-hand side into an area that people call clock because of the big grandfather clock. Nice spot there by the drone. Saves Mad Dog's foot from a lesion mine. Don't want that in there, as you have to go through a full animation to get it out. And also it does damage over time, peaks both of his angles, but so far it's been a pretty good clear for the Army. Finally finding a target. It's going to be over in living room. That's going to be Jihui. Pre-fires through, but she's already moved to safer pasture.
McHugh opening up mudroom window so that he can try to push himself in. Rest of the team also ready to move back up to the first floor here now from those basement stairs and start taking some real map control here. Just under the 2-minute mark, so Army won't be stressed for time at all. That's not a concern just yet, and it's less of a concern now that they've got the opener. McHugh finds Jihui trying to play against him in mud, and that's going to be Army with the 5v4 advantage.
About halfway through the round now, as Army has plenty of map control in order to start trying to force themselves onto site. They just need to decide where they want to go. Do you want to go for the vertical control now that you have some players up top, or do you just want to go full horizontal and try and take it through Kitchen? It seems like Kitchen is in the cards for them. Mad Dog with a spam headshot into single dads. The Q2 checking Bicycle as well. Phantom tight angle on the ACOG. Tarp seems to be the play. Mad Dog yet again with another headshot. They reproduced the Air Force down to 2 people. It's Y-Line with a nice flick, but immediately gets traded. It's all left up to BZ, but he can't win it. And the Army takes the branch battle this year.
Congratulations to the Army, your Branch Battle 2019 champions here at the Rainbow Six US Nationals. Some great fights being put up by them, some great fights put up by the Air Force as well, especially in their opening match. We saw some great play from some of their members like Jihui, but unfortunately not enough for the final. The Army reigns supreme today, and they take the title.
Yeah, McHugh too, I would say, is the one I'm overall the most impressed with. That Ash Yeager play really propelled his team, as well as Demand coming up big in those clutch moments.
Demand definitely having himself quite a few clutch moments. Taro as well. Really consistent play throughout the course of this one. Definitely have to pay attention to his statistics as well at the end of the match. Big congratulations to the Army, and once again, great sportsmanship between these two teams after the match.
Overall, a fantastic showing from all of the military branches, and a good bit of fun to start off the morning before we get down to the nitty-gritty and serious stuff. But enough from me and you, Blue. Let's toss it down to the stage with Jackie.
Thanks so much, guys. Okay, so you lost the Thumb War, but you won the finals. My one question for you, is revenge sweet?
Delicious.
Great answer. You guys played fantastic. You guys have been doing a great job. So tell me, how are you going to celebrate?
Typical military fashion. We'll see if we're here tomorrow.
It's Vegas, man. Drinking. I hear you over there. Well, you guys go enjoy. Congratulations again. Our winners for the finals for the military branch. There we go. Standing ovation. Thank you so much, Demand. Yes, I love this crowd. They played fantastic. You guys, if this doesn't get you amped up, I don't know what does. I'm so excited to move into the semis. Gonna send it back to the studio.